All right, hello, welcome everybody. Nice to see you all here. We have an exciting webinar and lineup for you all here today. We hope you're just as excited as we are. You can go ahead and put in the chat who you are, where you're from. Make sure you send out any last minute messages. Tell everybody to get on this incredible exclusive training that we have lined up for you all here today. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. I'm honored to introduce you all to the #1 thought leader in network marketing, the top sales leader all around, best trainer. His global impact in the field of network marketing is extraordinary. And we're excited to have Eric Worre, a Network Marketing Pro, as our new business partner. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Eric Worre.
Hey. How's everybody doing? Hope you're well. Happy, is it Friday? Entrepreneurs struggle with days of the week, but dates we're okay with. Days of the week, not so good. But happy Friday. Good to see you. Hope you're well wherever you're at in the world. I want to talk to you a bit. First of all, I'm proud of you for making the decision to get this tool to be able to help grow your business. And second, I want to share why I'm so excited about it for you. And I want these guys to be able to share some of the things that are coming that I'm aware of that you might not be aware of. I'm sure you're not aware of. Hey, Minnesota, good to see you. I heard it's raining up there. But we just live in an interesting time, crazy interesting time. And the ability to do things today just are not, they've never been this accessible. So, growing up through technology, I remember in the 90s, okay, a ways back, in the 90s, I had a television network around personal development. And everything back then was linear. I want you to imagine. I have more capacity in this phone than I had in the whole studio. Everything was linear. So you'd have to videotape something on actual tape. And then you'd have to go cut and paste the tape together and add some effect. And you'd have to do it linearly. So if it was a 2-hour thing, you'd have to cut and paste and do all that stuff. The studio cost about, just the editing capacity was like $500,000 and like 6 people. And then there were tools to be able to drag and drop. And it was like a magic trick to be able to drag and drop, to be able to create tools. Now we take it for granted what's available to us on all the apps, everything else. But once your efficiency goes up, when it comes to new technology and using it as tools, everything changes. I want you to put a couple things in your notes. Note number 1, quantity is the solution to almost every problem. Please write that down. Quantity is the solution to almost every problem that you are currently facing. If you are not recruiting enough people, you don't have enough conversations started about your opportunity or about your product. If you're not selling more, you don't have enough conversations going. If you're not recruiting more, you don't have enough conversations going. If you're not duplicating more, you don't have enough conversations going. So several things were true. When I started in social, 2009, it'll be 15 years in as far as seriously approaching putting out content. 15 years this March. Specifically 75 days. 75 days from today, it'll be 15 years since I started putting out content, creating conversations. And at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it. I just decided I was going to make up in quantity what I might lack in professionalism. I was going to make up in quantity what I might lack in skill. And there's a bunch of different things that I had to do manually that you have your fingertips right now that you can do instantly. But I had this intuition. I didn't have a business around it yet, but I had an intuition that if I brought enough value to the world through regular quality content on social, that it would turn into something. At the least, it would be a legacy. At the least, it would be something I could leave behind as a postcard to my friends around the world that are involved in network marketing. So I just started making videos at the time. I just make a video. I bought a bunch of equipment I never used. I bought a bunch of lights that I never used. And they came out with a flip phone. I don't know if you remember the flip phones. And it's this little HD flip phone, and you could push a button and it would flip out the USB that you could plug into the side of your computer and download that content. I missed the flip phones too as soon as they went away, but as soon as I got used to them, they said they're basically getting rid of them. But we have flip phones right here. You have a flip phone. So I would film an idea, and I had a friend teach me how to have Final Cut Express that I could create a little open and a close, and I could dump my clip for the day in there. I'd squeeze it together, I export it. I literally had like 2 pages of click by click stuff that I had to do in order to be able to put that out. And I think the first year I put out about 250 videos. And conversations started to happen. And I will tell you, when it comes to social, sometimes you have to start the conversation. Sometimes you could put out content that'll start the conversations for you. So I did several things. One is I tried to network as best I could. Your net worth is your network. I tried to network as best I could to find people that were naturally suited to the content that I was putting out. And I put that content there. I'd go into different chat groups, connected network marketing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And slowly, back then they had a thing called Facebook groups. Remember Facebook groups? So you could have up to 5,000 people in a group. That was the maximum you could have. And so I filled that group up, and remember racing to 5,000 friends as fast as you could. I raced to 5,000 friends on my normal page on Facebook. And then I opened up a second group. So I would post things in there. It's not quite the same as the groups and pages they have now is a little different, but I can't remember. Maybe that might be the right phrase, or it might not. But anyway, it's changed so many times over the last 15 years, right? But the regular content connecting to my natural audience started to create a global conversation. And people have begun to, number one, look for content on social and look for community on social. And 2, people like you have the ability to reach your natural audience on social like you never have before. So I've been in network marketing for almost 36 years now. I know how to have conversation. I know how to use content to create a conversation and then keep the conversation going to the point that I could pivot that conversation to some sort of value I can bring. And that's what you have at your fingertips now. So quantity is number 1. 2 is start before you're ready. You do not have to be an expert with the tool that is in your hands right now. You don't have to be an expert to start. You just have to start. You have to be willing to make mistakes. I had shit videos back then. Some of them were shit. Some of them were great, unbelievable, creative, fun, but some of them were terrible. And it's okay to be terrible while you're figuring it out. So, one, you have a quantity problem. You need to increase the quantity. Two, start before you're ready. Be willing to be messy. Be willing to screw up. Be willing to experiment. Try every possible thing. Text only posts, posts with a color that's like your signature color. Try humor. Try, co-opting memes and putting yourself on it. I've done very, very well with memes. Try finding something trendy and having a conversation about it. What's trendy in the world today? Can you have a conversation about that? And can you ask your Nowsite tool to help you with that conversation? The answer is yes. So as we work together on this, we're going to help you with quantity. We're going to help you start before you're ready. We're going to help you build a brand. We're going to help you have a huge competitive advantage over everybody else. So let me give you an example of quantity. Instagram is probably my best example, but on Instagram, you just never know. If you put out content, you just don't know what's going to hit. You just don't know what's going to go. So in the last 30 days or last 28 days, I think they do it 28 days. In the last 28 days, I've put out 510 pieces of content. Yes, this is a Nowsite training, Kim. I'm talking to you a bit about the why right now. 510 pieces of content in the last 30 days. Okay. Now, out of the blue, you probably can't see this, but just in the last 7 days, let me see if it's 7 or if it's 14. Hold on. In the last 7 days, I've added 72,000 followers. Just out of the blue. 72,000 people that I can have a conversation with. Out of the blue. I have 696,000, but in the last 30 days, I've added 13%. So here's what I mean by out of the blue. Probably can you see it with the glare? Probably not. Can you kind of see that on the side? Glare, glare, glare. See that? Can you see it? Kind of. Tilt down. Now, can you see it? So it's just kind of like normal spike. So what I'm going to tell you is this happens on occasion, and you never know where it's going to come from. Normal spike. There was not a big invitation. There was not something big, outrageous. There was just something hit. People liked it. And those people took a look at who I was. It wasn't from GoPro because this is the end of December. GoPro is the beginning of December. So what are those in the last 30 days, 90,405 people subscribed, 8,483 unsubscribed. So I have a net of 82,000 new followers on Insta. So if I was in your shoes, what would that mean for my business? That would mean 82,000 opportunities to have a conversation. 82,000 opportunities to be able to bring value to somebody else's life. 82,000 opportunities that I could say, you know, hey, if you have an interest, I have something that might be valuable for you. So one, is there no limit to amount of friends? I'm talking about friends. These are just followers on Insta. So don't worry. Don't get stuck in the weeds. Here's the biggest thing I want to tell you right now. And I want to plant a seed as far as where we're going with this. Okay. People in this platform are going to have access to training that is not going to be available anyplace else. They're going to have unique access to me in a way that's going to be really kind of wild and almost like a movie that is not going to be available anyplace else. So I want to plant that seed with you. You know, it's the easiest way to have access to me for sure than any place in the world. My most valuable thing is time. My most difficult thing is finding time for the people that I care about around the world, like you, that are taking a step and getting ready to do something big. So quantity, and you can use Nowsite to increase quantity. You just have to start. Just get in there and play around. Just get in there and make a post. Just get in there and try. And you'll find the line that works for you. Some things that are just interesting and some things that maybe crossed the line and your audience didn't like, but you were trying to be funny or something. Maybe it's thought-provoking. Just have it fit you. Find the things that fit you. Find the things that make you happy. Find the things that bring value. So quantity, which gives you a feedback loop, the quantity does, in order to improve quality. Oh, this is working. I need to do more of this. I need to do more of that. Marcia says, I'm lost. Just breathe, Marcia. You have a tool. There's lots of tutorials. There's lots of support here. Just start. If you haven't created a post, don't go to sleep tonight until you create at least one post. Create something. Just start. And from that quantity, use it as an experiment. You can increase quality because you're going to get a feedback loop. So people stress out, in my experience. We're going to have a social media summit, by the way, for the whole world in January. You guys are all going to be obviously part of that. If you have any questions about this stuff, the team at Nowsite is amazing at getting back to you and showing you where you can get all that stuff. And we'll have some Q&A as we finish today. I don't know how long we're going to go today, but I just want to have it valuable for you. So quantity, quality. People stress out about what should I post? I don't have an idea. Have the tool suggest an idea for you. Have a tool suggest it and play with it. Try that suggestion every day. They have a surprise me button. Use that and just try it. See what happens. So people stress out about what should I post? People stress out, I don't feel like I'm an expert. I feel like I'm an imposter. If I was throwing something up there, second guessing yourself, just use that. Second thing people stress out about is, how do I respond to somebody who interacts with my posts in a way that starts a conversation? Okay. So it's not a conversation until you start it. They've exhibited some sort of appreciation, a like, a heart, a comment. And you can even ask the tool to give a call to action inside your post. Post this, do that, whatever. Like, for example, I posted on Facebook an example of an engaging post just on my personal page on Facebook. Hold on. What's your one word, quote unquote, word for 2024? Yeah, Anna said. It's like 600 people threw their word in. So if somebody puts that in, what is that? It's a green light for you to be able to do something in a response. So you can ask the tool, say, hey, I posted this and I'm getting people to say their word. What would be a good response that I could DM these people and get them and create a conversation? So let's say somebody's word is more. I heard a lot of those. More in 2024. Okay, fine. Ask the tool, how would you respond to somebody who did that? And it'll give you a response. I posted this. This person said more. How should I respond? What would be a good response that I could show them? And yeah, I'll have the team show you how to do all that. We'll go through some basic stuff. So 1 is posting more. 2 is increasing the quality because you're going to get feedback. Plan, do, review. These posts work. These ones don't. These ones get crickets. These ones people laugh about. You can ask it to do something fun, something funny. We're coming up on New Year's. What's a New Year's one that I can do? People struggle with mental health during the holidays. What empathetic post could I create in order to be able to relate and provide some encouragement to people during these holiday season? Or people are setting their New Year's resolutions. I work in a health and wellness company. What can I do that would provide value to somebody setting resolutions and help me start conversations, become an engaging post? So I could support them in their goals, support them in their commitments for 2024. Really just play with it. Act like it's a person. Like this app, act like it's a person. This software, act like it's a person, not a technology. If you act like it's a person, you're going to get a different response, I promise. So if you're stuck being able to put into info into the site, then reach out to support. They'll take care of you. Act like it's a person. Act like it's a personal assistant. Quantity, though. Quantity. Be ready to go. Support is great within the organization. So quantity to increase quality and start conversations, and then ask it as a friend when they respond to whatever it is you say, how would you respond to this? I want to keep the conversation going. And then it gives you something back. And then how would you respond to that? I want to keep the conversation going. And then now I want to introduce them to my product. I want to pivot the conversation and introduce it to them to my product because it might be a solution for them. And have it share with you how to say those things, make your edits, and put it in there. So it's really, really, really a powerful resource. So the fundamentals that I want to share with you today, and we want to talk about, can you train AI better? Yes, all of that stuff. There's all these things that are going to be available to you. I want to have the experts come in and talk about this a bit, but I want 2024 to be your breakout. The same way 2009 was my breakout when it came to content, when it came to building brand, when it came to doing all that stuff. I want this to be your year. If you're ready for 2024 to be your best year and you're going to face your fears and take action, you're going to start before you're ready. You're going to increase quantity. You're going to make your mark. You're tired of crawling and you're ready to go. Put 2024 into the chat. I just want to see. Let me see. Who's serious? There we go. There we go. So I'm going to throw it back to the team who's going to walk you through some very, very cool stuff. And they're even going to show you at some point, ready for this? A virtual version of me. It's so crazy. Like, it's going to be like I'm actually you're like I'm in the room. Like I'm there coaching you step by step. No kidding. What they're doing, and it's taking all of the content that I've done over the years, and it's loading all of it. So I would answer exactly how I would answer if you're in a situation. They're going to take 35 years of everything that I've ever done eventually and putting it in there. So members are going to have access to this, which is so wild. Literally, you're going to be able to ask me any question and I'm going to be able to respond in real time with what I would say. It's so nuts. So I'm excited about that because my heart is I want to be there in person with all of you. But imagine I can be there in person with everybody in your group around the world in their language. Imagine that. Every single person on their team in every language. Yeah, this is me now, or is it? How can we prove? I don't know. If I start speaking Japanese, then you're going to know. Okay, this got interesting. So a lot of cool stuff happening. I'm going to throw it back to Cheryl. We got a lot of stuff to be able to share with you, and I'm excited for you. The reason why I wanted to do this before the end of the year is buckle up. 2024 is going to be nuts. You have a tool that's going to make you look great. It's going to help you build a brand. It's going to help you increase quantity. It's going to help you increase quality. It's going to help you keep conversations going. It's going to help you turn those conversations into prospects, prospects into customers, customers into distributors, distributors into leaders. All of that. Amazing. The world that we live in. Unbelievable stuff. So, Cheryl, I'll get out of the way. I know when we talked before, yeah, Eric will say a few words. I know you weren't thinking 30 minutes, but I get fired up with all this stuff and I'm excited for everybody out there. So you're the super pro. Take it from here.
Thank you so much. That was incredible. No, I was writing a few things down as Eric was talking, and I hope you were all doing the exact same thing. It was about quantity and not being the expert and starting before you're ready. Today, what I want to share with you is how you can get started before you're ready. What is that one thing that I would tell you that you can do right now to get started inside of Nowsite? I'm going to share that with you. And when I do, I'm going to go through it and I want you to say to yourself, I can do what she's doing. This is so simple. This is so easy. I knew I could do it. So I'm going to start from the very beginning in sharing my screen. We're going to go through it and we're going to do that one thing. That one thing, if you're getting started today, that you need to do. Drop me a 1 if you're committed to doing this one thing. Drop me a 1. All right. That's what I like to see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. So, of course, you're going to get started with setting up your account. We're starting with the basics, right? We're going to go ahead and click get started. So if you haven't done this, this is that one thing. And the AI is going to ask you a few questions, not difficult ones. Like, what's your name? You're going to put Cheryl Coco. I got that one. Super simple. Put your name. And then what are your hobbies and interests? Everybody can answer that question, right? So I'm going to put, I like snowboarding, the Flyers, being a mom, of course, and marketing. Really simple. We get through it, and it's going to ask me about my current occupation or job and what drew me to this area of work. So of course, I can easily share this and say, I'm a network marketer. I love the time freedom and, of course, the people like you, right, that I get to work with. How many of you love the people that you work with too? Yeah, awesome. So it's going to ask to share my goals or dreams. And these are just personal questions so the AI can think like you and write like you. So I said, I want to travel around the world with my children who are amazing and create financial freedom. And it says, could you please share a couple of favorite books, movies, music? And right now, our AI is getting to know us so that when we create those posts, they become personal. So I said, my favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. My favorite movie is, don't make fun, it's Back to the Future. And now look, don't come for me. We all feel passionate about our sports teams, but I put my favorite sports are actually the Philadelphia Flyers from Philadelphia, ice hockey, and of course I put the Philadelphia Eagles. So you can put your favorite books, movies, music. This is easy so far, right? I can do this. Of course I can. Awesome. So now it shares with me a few interests, a few popular figures, and I say, yes, you nailed it. You got it right. Let me add one more additional popular figure here in Eric Worre, of course. I'm going to add that and click continue. Now you're going to fine tune your writing style. I'm a bit dramatic. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I'm a bit dramatic. So I crank up the emojis and the dramatic capitalization, keep it short and informal, but that's me. And I get to have posts that are like me. And here it just asks me a bit about my business. So I give a quick business name and I describe my main product. And I say something simple, a sentence. Don't get caught in the weeds like Eric says. Make it really easy. You can always change it. We offer affordable health and wellness products for everyone. Simple. And now you're meeting your AI. And this is cool. You get a slogan. Mine says, unleash your freedom, journey, prosper, connect. And I even get a story. And it tells my story, the one that you're supposed to be sharing, right? Helps you write your story. And this is mine. And you're going to have yours too. And it will even help me with my personality analysis or give me a personality analysis. So this one says Cheryl Cook was determined and ambitious, excelling in her entrepreneurial pursuits. She's confident, a bit assertive, preferring to be in charge and take the lead, right? And more. So it nailed it. That's exactly who I am. And it's going to tell you your personality analysis. And you're going to get started. Remember that one thing. And you're going to create a social post right away just by clicking on check it out. And it's going to create the post for you. And it's ready. And mine says, I'm feeling so inspired today. One of my favorite quotes from the incredible Maya Angelou is, nothing can dim the light which shines from within. And it's amazing. And you're going to have your very own post. Optimized for Facebook, changed a bit and optimized for Instagram, and changed just a bit and optimized for LinkedIn or X, no matter where you're posting. So you can have that quantity that Eric was talking about. Our social post feature will even caption your own image, your video for TikTok, Reels, short text, and more. That was easy, right? Can you do that? Drop me a yes in the comments. Drop me a yes in the comments if you can do this. Are you committed to this one thing? That's it. We're keeping it really simple. Everybody today is going to go in if you haven't done so, and you're going to say, hey, I can answer these simple questions. I'm going to create that first post and I'm going to post it. And you're taking action starting before you're ready because it's simple and it's easy. I hope you said to yourself, I can do what she's doing. Of course you can. Now, that was pretty simple, right? And we're excited. But what I want to ask you next is, do you want to see it get taken even to another level? Even more that you can do? I'm going to check out that chat here. I want you guys dropping comments if you want to see what we can do for that next level. This is pretty cool. Let me show you. You can even comment on social posts, create some great engagement.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah,
I don't need to, my camera doesn't need to be on. I just want to jump in.
sure.
Listen, everybody, listen to me. Just do it. Just make a post. You know, when you get a new cell phone and it's just kind of annoying for 3 days, even if it's an upgrade on your current cell phone, it's just annoying. Or like when you move into a new house and the Wi-Fi doesn't connect the way you want it to, and you're tweaking things and you're figuring shit out. Just like kind of struggle through it and go. Just do it. Because the learning's in the doing. Okay. This is very intuitive. It's way more intuitive than you think. Just relax, get out of your head and like, where do I find this? And where do I find that? And what am I going to do with this? And I click here and it doesn't do anything. And I'm like, just, you're all smart people. Get your teenager to sit down in front with you for a moment and have them show you how to use this freaking thing. It's not as hard as you think. Just get out of your head and stop saying, well, yeah, but you don't understand. I have fat fingers. You know, I can't type like other people can, or whatever. Just walk away from that thought process and just, I'm annoyed every time I get a new phone, and I download my apps and all this stuff. Then they always make me log in again. They always make me put in a passcode again. They always make me do all that nonsense. I hate it. But I've learned I'm going to be annoyed for 72 hours with my new phone. I'm just going to be annoyed for 72 hours and it's okay. So just, you know what I mean? So even in the questions, be a rock star, get in there and figure it out. So you can go tell to somebody else. Everybody in your team should have this tool. Tell everybody else, here's what I did. And the more ignorant you are about technology, the better your story is going to be. Because you're going to say, guess what? I'm the worst. And look what I made. I'm the worst. And look at the conversations I created. I'm the worst. And look at how much engagement I have. Right? Just get out of your head. And if you're annoyed, then use it. Lean into it. Say, I'm going to just grind this until I'm not annoyed anymore. You just saw the cheat sheets that I had to create to be able to post content. I had like 3 pages, single space of cheat sheets of all the stuff I had to do because I just didn't know how to do it. So if any of you have just done it and actually made a post, put number 10 in the chat. If you just did it, you just figured it out. See all these people? These people are proof that you can do it too. Every one of these, look at these people. They're not even that sharp. They're not amazing. They're not technical. They're not incredible. They all did it. You can do it. All right. So now I'm going to get out of the way. Go ahead, Cheryl.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. I love seeing all those 10s in the chat because it means that you can do it too. And we're making it really, really simple, right? All of those questions you thought to yourself, I can answer them and I can click one single button. But we're going to show you even more that we know that you can do, of course. So let's check it out. You can comment on posts, and this has become a favorite of so many because you're increasing your engagement. So you just go and scroll on your favorite form of social media. So this is me scrolling mine, right? So I'm going to find that post and woo, that's a big one. That's a really long post, right? And tell me you're going to read every word of every post. Probably not. I don't want to read it. Dave's great. That's okay. But I still want to create an amazing, thoughtful comment that sparks some interest, create some conversation. And my AI does that for me. And it gives me this amazing, great comment that I'm going to go ahead and hit the love button on and comment really easily. Not the typical, thank you so much. Awesome. Great. Cool. Because you're doing it for engagement. But check this out. This one says, love this message. It's a great reminder to prioritize self-care and embrace our imperfections. Keep spreading the positivity. That's an amazing comment. I'm telling you, probably way better than the 48 others that are here with their cool, awesome, wow, right? And engaging with others is really easy when you do it with my AI. And I know you can do all that, right? Everybody? Yes? Can you do that? Simple? Great. Okay. We're going to show you one more thing that you can do to be a social media star. And that's starting more conversations, right? We want to start more conversations. Eric touched on this about starting conversations with people who maybe even like your post. So this is my Facebook timeline, my beautiful boys here, my handsome boys. And I just copy my own posts and I paste it in here. Really simple. And what I like to do is I go on over here and I say, who haven't I talked to? Who haven't I started a conversation with that's out here engaging with me and liking my content? And how have I never started a conversation with Diana, who is liking my stuff and engaging with me? So I ask my AI, Diana, like my post. Can you please help me with a great conversation starter? I'm lost for words. And this does just that. So you never have to be lost for words ever again. So I just paste this great conversation starter. It says, hey, Diana, thanks for liking my post. Just wanted to say how much I appreciate your support. You always bring a smile to my face. And this is amazing. Diana answers me right back. That's the whole point, to start a conversation. She says, you're so welcome. You're amazing. And I can continue with this conversation. It was all about creating engagement. And it's that simple. Look, I want to go right back to my notes and say, Eric said to us, quantity. You don't have to be the expert. You can start before you are ready. And we can all be social media stars. I did not do anything that every single person here can't do themselves. You saw a ton of people dropping 10s in the comments and saying, hey, I've already done it. You can too. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to get in there and get started and be a star. If you are committed, drop me a 1 here in the chat. I want to see it. Yeah? All right. I love it. You guys are amazing. I don't want you to just hear from me. I have a few people who are here that want to share their testimony and how they're using my AI, share some of their favorite features and their story. I'm going to get started with Mr. Ryan DePaul. Ryan, are you here?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Hey, yes, of course I can.
Awesome.
So Ryan's
Awesome.
going to share his testimony with us here. Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it. To be able to share my experience with Nowsite and the AI tool. So, hello, for those who don't know me, I'm Ryan DePaul. I live in California. I've been doing network marketing for 6.5 years and been with Nowsite for just as long. I think it'll be 7 years next year. So it's been that long. Wow. So when it comes to my AI, every feature I must say is actually really good. It's exceptional. So it's really tough to pick a favorite. I used to think that the surprise button was like the most impressive one because like it took everything out of guessing, of thinking everything, almost make you kind of lazy. But at the same time, it was great because it was this time saver. But since Cheryl just actually showed one of the features that is kind of my favorite now, the commenting on social posts, that has been phenomenal. I must say, super good, just for the fact that it has saved me so much time so I can spend with my family, do other things I do, work on other businesses. And it has just been a game changer and actually sparking real conversations with people who I haven't talked about, just like Cheryl has showed. And people I've even forgot that it was on my friends list. And now that some social medias have a lot of followers, like Facebook and everything like that, I can expand my reach with that. So it's so amazing of how this has made life simpler and simplistic. Not to even mention that I noticed a lot more engagement, and my follower count has gone up, and just engagement and following on my social media platforms. And I'm saying social media a lot because with this tool, it helps you be social, and you have to kind of be sociable to have that engagement. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So that's a little tip for you guys. But it takes that thinking and all that work out of it. So like I said, just the best thing about this is that how simplistic it is and the time it saves and how seamless it makes everything just in my daily routine from makes everything organized. So just putting everything all in one, and it just really gives back the time that I want to spend. Like my daughter's in there right now, she's waiting for me to go play with her. And I'm like, just to be able to do more things with my family, not being a perfectionist and taking about 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out one post. So this is just been a game changer. I love all the improvements and the evolution that it does with you, and it grows with you and learns from you and how you are. And it doesn't sound like a robot either. So that's key. That's love it. But that's my experience. I mean, hopefully that you get some more insight about that one. And yeah, thank you, Cheryl, for letting me just explain and share this.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, DePaul. Lots of people relating and sharing their great testimonies, their increased count for followers and engagement as well. So I really, really loved it. It was such a great experience or to hear. And I know you got to get to playing with your daughter. So that was awesome. Thank you so much, DePaul. We have our next guest who's going to share her testimonial, Karen Griffin. Hey, Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Excuse me, Cheryl. Thank you so much. I feel so honored to be asked to talk that I actually wrote out my speech and I was going to read it, but I'm going to speak from my heart mostly. Eric, you have come back in my life full circle. I knew you back in the day. We'll just call it that, okay? So it's been like 25, 30 years that I've been in the network marketing industry, which I fell in love with. But my life took some dramatic changes, and I have to tell you, this last July, I ran into Cheryl again on a brand me training she was doing. Somebody wants to brand me, and I thought, well, that's out in the ozone. But then my AI came along, and I discovered something that totally is so impactful for me in my life and my business that it blew me out of the water. And then Eric said something today that just jumped out. Maybe it's my favorite thing is I treat my AI like it's a person. I literally say good morning to my AI. I put my thoughts in IAI or my AI. And it's so impactful. It's changed my life so much. I'm sorry, I'm getting very emotional because this week was a turning point for me. The training, you asked me what my favorite thing was. I love my AI, but the training with this company is beyond anything I've ever experienced. And now to bring Eric Worre on, and we get to have his 30 years of knowledge in our back office is blow away. But this week, the last 72 hours have exploded my life, everybody. Elizabeth on her trainings of my AI has more patience of answering your questions and helping you along if you'll reach out and ask those simple questions. And Cheryl, she's the bomb. What can I say? She just drops the bomb every time. So for me, the most important thing is that it's a family that really cares about you. And now they brought Eric on, and Justin cares about us, Cheryl, and everybody. I haven't met anyone, maybe one, that cares about you. Everybody knows that backstory, but join us. Take the simple step of starting to post. I was scared to post. I'd lost my voice. And this has helped me bring back my voice. So come join us. Don't be afraid. Jump on, make mistakes, put yourself out there because you have a family behind you like none other. Thank you again, Cheryl, for asking me to come on. And I'm sorry I went off script.
You were perfect. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Please don't apologize. You're amazing. And I love to hear it. And we love that you are a part of our family here. And we feel it every single day.
And Cheryl, let me jump in again. This might be feeling like it's a commercial or something. It's not a commercial. She's like, join us. I think what she's saying and what I'm saying here is you guys are already here. You're already able to use it. But seeing the use cases in real life, I want you to always think about tools like this in two buckets. One is bucket number one. What can this do for you? Bucket number two, what can this do for your team? Bucket number three, what can this do, even if you don't have a team, what's it going to do for your prospects as soon as they come in? What you want to be able to do always when you involve somebody is you want them to look at what you're doing and say, you know what? This looks simple. I think it'll work and I think I could do it. That's what you want. So this is just another way to be able to do that. And look at it's funny that technology can be an emotional support, but it actually can be an emotional support. So I just wanted to drop that in as just a thought, because some of you have signed up, but you haven't really gotten into action yet. As you get into action, the learning comes from the doing, the learning comes from plan to review, comes from quantity, comes from being aware and measuring what works and what doesn't. So anyway, Cheryl, back to you.
That was great. Thank you so much for sharing. And we still have people in the comments sharing their results. Miles saying, I grew my Instagram page by 1,000 followers a week at this point. That's incredible. And even more. I want to say thank you so much, Karen, for sharing. And we have someone else who's going to share. My friend, Emma.
Hey.
Emma.
Hey, everyone. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Cheryl, if I'm not sticking to what I should say, I'm sorry. But first of all, Cheryl, I love you. Thank you. I'm honoured to be here. Secondly, hi, Eric. Like Eric, this is so exciting for me because I have followed you literally for 15 years. Seriously, 10 years I've been in network marketing, and I joined Nowsite a few months ago. What a journey it has been. And let me tell you now, I've been in networking a while, and I understand the frustrations that go along with being a networker. And the biggest feature for me in AI that has impressed me is the commenting on social media posts, because we have to do certain things, okay, as networkers online. And if we don't, then we don't get respected by the algorithm. And one of the things that I'm going to share with you really quickly is I thought I was really good at commenting on people's posts and being interactive. And I've got experience. And I had no idea. That is the truth. Because what has happened is the AI has taken on me. So when I comment on posts, it's me. It's not just, oh, hi, oh, that's great. Yeah, well done. Or, you know, it's got meaning, it's got engagement, it's got something. And as networkers, we have to do certain things every day, okay, to make sure everything is working for us, yeah, in the background, in the platforms. And this allows us to do it because it loves it when you start doing interaction, and what the AI produces is way more than I could produce, but it knows my personality and it knows what it needs to put out there, and it does it so perfectly. And I literally know that it's got my back. Like if I'm not having such a great day and not feeling so inspired, and we all, let's be honest, we all go through that, and that's fine. We're allowed to say that. This allows you to do it. But the key, guys, for me, is that it's in keeping with you and your personality. It's not a bot. Okay, let's be clear, it's not a bot. It's something incredible that the more you give it, the more it learns about you and the more it gives back. So using it is key, and you know, it keeps conversation going. So when you comment on posts, I don't know how many of you have tried this yet, but when you comment on posts, you actually start to have conversations on posts. It's a big highlight for social media. They, particularly Facebook, wants you to have conversations. You're having the conversation on the post, you haven't yet taken it into Messenger, but the relationship's being built up already. It's incredible. So all I'm going to say is thank you, my AI, because you know what? It's made my experience as a networker more enjoyable, more authentic, and more rewarding. And you know what? That's what we all need. Like when we do it, that's all we want out of our career. We want to help people, engage people. It's relationships. That's what it's all about. And that is what I love about my AI.
That was fantastic, Emma. Thank you so much for sharing. Love your personality and the personality of you that comes out when you're commenting because you're using my AI. That was a wonderful share. So I really, really appreciate it. Lots of people who are relating to you and saying thank you here in the comments as well. You did a fantastic job. Next, I want to hand on over to my friends Chance and Andrea Hale, who are fantastic. They have the most wonderful energy, great couple. I'm going to turn it on over to you both. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Cheryl. Excited to be on with everybody. I hope everybody's having a powerful, awesome day and excited for 2024. If you've been playing around with this tool at all, I think you're going to be really excited for what it can offer you. So for us, it sounds like out of the four, we are the newest users to this. We made a commitment to go to the GoPro experience in Vegas kind of right before it occurred. We actually got to see the presentation live. It was absolutely incredible. And of course, like Eric said, we just did it. We just signed up immediately because it was like, listen, like the future is here. And if we don't do this now, we are going to get left behind. That's not even a question. So we got it. And, you know, we already had, maybe some of you can relate. We have a ton of projects in the works, so many new things to closing out 2023, launching 2024. And so for me, what my goal with this has been is to just, like Eric said, just start and play around with the different like settings and features. And I've just kind of been making different adjustments because maybe like some of you, whenever I started using, I was like, no, that doesn't exactly sound like me yet. And how do I make that work? And how do I get it to respond to this? And, you know, like I've learned along the years, it's, well, you start clicking on stuff. You start playing around with the features. You see how it can work. And here's the other thing. you copy it, and then maybe you have to edit a couple words to make it sound a little bit more like you. But I know for me, like when you're going and going and going all day long, especially like 12-hour days, and you got kids and you got all sorts of things going on, team, etc., it's really nice to be able to use this tool to help you generate ideas and posts. Like sometimes your brain's just drained, right? You're like, I'm out of the creative juices. And for me, that's where this has come in. It's been so helpful for that. Of course, it's been very helpful for conversations as I've started creating tons of conversations moving into 2024. It's been really helpful to help me instruct the AI to pivot those conversations to invitations, either to products or to the business opportunity in ways that I would have really struggled with before. And this tool really helps us to generate some really easy on the ears or eyes, I should say, responses to some of the people's questions, concerns, maybe objections. I've found it super helpful.
Yes. So just to kind of tag on to that, and thanks again for having us. It was seriously a no-brainer for me. You know, I'm a newer mom, and listening to Cheryl's demonstration for us was just like, oh my God, this is like it. I'm a simple gal. Okay. And so if it doesn't make sense to me, I've got questions. And this whole system and structure has been so straightforward, simple. And like Eric has said over and over again, just do it. And so for me, what's been powerful about it is that like it's easy to get distracted. You could start sending a message to somebody, and then baby girl needs something, and then you won't send that message for days. Okay. And then you feel like a jerk face because you didn't send the message to your people, and then you seem unprofessional because you told them you're going. Anyway, the point is that it helps me to compartmentalize what I'm doing. So if I want to go on and if I'm using the computer for it, great. That's when baby girl's sleeping. Okay. But if I can get on the computer and use this, I'm able to go, okay, I'm going to go comment on the posts, and I'm able to have that extreme focus for 15 minutes. And I just do the comment feature. But then if I'm like, okay, now I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to go 15 minutes to start conversations, it allows me to do that and without getting all over the place. But for those that are really good at working like all over the place, you can do that too. But for me, it's just been super simple to be able to go in, be focused without the distraction. And then of course, having it on the phone too makes it even easier to just, if I'm holding the baby, I can just do a quick message, you know, and it truly has given me more confidence and allowed me to be more consistent. It's enabled me to be more consistent with my social media because, of course, like Chance is saying, like we all have all these things going on all day, and we know how important it is for us to get quality content out there, but it's just too much thought process. And so this has truly made it so much easier. I'm so excited to see what it has in store for us and the entire organization, because we brought this to them. And you just see the jaws dropping, like, oh my gosh, like the aha moments and like just the brilliance of this. And so super unbelievably grateful to Justin and the team, to Cheryl for being your amazing personality and sharing something that may not always be like technology may not always be super exciting for some people, but you made it amazing. Okay. And so just thankful for all y'all that have put the time, effort, and energy into creating this amazing tool. And thank you for Eric for introducing it to us and bringing it to the entire network marketing profession, because it is amazing.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. I love this couple so much. Thank you, Chance and you guys are fantastic. So many relatable things that she said. I'm a mother with 3 kids. I'm like, yep, I get it. I totally get it. So lots of others related here too. Look, we've had some incredible testimonials. I just want to give a really heartfelt thank you to each person who has shared here: Ryan DePaul, Karen Griffin, Emma Smedley, Chance, and Andrea Hale. They all did a fantastic job. And hey, if you're sharing your incredible results here in the chat as well, I really appreciate it too. It does not go unseen. We see them all, and that is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. Look, I'm going to go ahead for our next part, turn it on over to our founder and CEO, Justin Belababa. Justin, on over to you.
Thank you. Hello. Hello out there. This is amazing. Amazing so far. Thank you to all of our fantastic speakers. And thank you to all of you for spending some of your day with us today. It is an honor to be serving you. I want to echo the kind of major themes that have been shared so far. Just start, just do it. That is, you know, if I could leave you with one message today, keep it simple, just get started, and know that our team is here for you. I mean, you know, you see in the comments, our support team is fantastic. If you need anything, we are absolutely here, but I don't think you will. I think that if you just start, you will be amazed by what you can do by yourself in a few minutes. Okay, so I want to say that now. Look, now that I've kind of said that piece, I want to kind of nerd out with you guys a bit. Okay, I want to talk about some of the amazing new features that we are building right now. That, you know, and I'm going to share some concepts with you. I'm going to show you some of the things we're working on. And by the way, look, this technology is moving so quickly that this is not our plan for 2024. Like I'm gonna share with you 5 or 6 concepts, you know, rapid fire. This is not the 2024 plan. This is the January 2024 plan. So everything that I'm going to share with you, we plan on releasing in January. And please pay close attention, because there's going to be an interactive component to this, where you're going to have direct input, all of you, on which of these we prioritize as a company. So let's get to it. Oh, and these 5 or 6 things, they're not even the most unbelievable innovative thing that we're working on. We'll talk about that. Eric's hinted at this Eric AI concept, and I'll share more about that in a few minutes. But first, I want to keep things really, really practical, really concrete, and share what we are planning for January. All right, so let's do this. Okay. First, something we call one-click compliance. Compliance, not always the most exciting, the sexiest idea, but we're making compliance cool, and we're making compliance fun, believe it or not. We will release the first AI-powered compliance engine ever. It is amazing. It will take the most non-compliant posts, and before you share them online, we will help fix them. We will help you make your post compliant with FTC guidelines, with company policies, basically so you stay out of trouble and safeguard your company's reputation. It is so easy. You can do it in one click. And I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Let's say that you start with a horrible post like this. Just 1 month and I'm already driving my dream car thanks to this amazing opportunity. I'm earning more than I ever did in my full-time job. Want to be like me? It's super easy. No experience? DM me and let's get started. Hashtag easy money. Obviously, that's not a compliant post, but watch this. Look how easy this is. I'm just going to click the new compliance check button, and our trained AI engine will analyze instantly. Will analyze the risk level. Obviously, this is high risk. It will also suggest areas for improvement. Income claims, right? Avoid making specific income claims and promises of wealth. Include a clear earnings disclaimer that results may vary. Ensure representation of the business opportunity is realistic. Remove any language that creates unwanted urgency or implies limited availability. Not only that, though, it will actually automatically rewrite that non-compliant post in a compliant way. And all you need to do is click the update as suggested, And now you have a compliant version of that post. I'm grateful for the progress I've made in just 1 month with this new business venture. Being dedicated and learning every day has brought me rewards I didn't expect. If you're looking for a change and are ready to learn, reach out to me. Hashtag goal setting, hashtag personal growth. Okay, so that's concept number 1. Let's keep moving. We are bringing the STAR system to our mobile app. If you don't have the mobile app, give it a try. You can find it for iPhone, for Android, in the app store or on Google Play. Just search for Nowsite and it's there. But we are taking the core features of our product and we are making them easier than ever on mobile. So you can be self-confident, trustworthy, authentic, relatable, our 3-step STAR system from your mobile device. And it's going to look like this. Okay. Post, step 1. Step 2, comment on post. Step 3, start a conversation. Right there on the home screen, you are 1 click away now from the surprise me button. You're 1 click from commenting. You're 1 click from starting new conversations or using our amazing help me reply. We're also, and this is thanks to your feedback, many of you want to be able to train your AI not only from desktop, but you want to be able to train your AI more on mobile. So we're adding that capability as well. So look, we already guarantee that if you use the STAR system for 30 days, you will double your results on social media. Now we're going to make it easier than ever. So STAR system on mobile coming in January. All right, so that's idea number 2. Oh, this one is awesome. Okay, well, they're all awesome, but I'm personally really excited about this. As you train your AI, you are able to adjust your writing style using the sliders, in more emojis or more humor or friendly or whatever. But we want to help you. We want to give you the ability to fine tune your own authentic writing style even more. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to be releasing to you in the next couple of weeks. Let's say, for example, that you start with a post like this. The key to achieving your goals is to never give up. Every success story starts with a dream and courage to pursue it. Hashtag never give up. Okay, that's cool. Like, that's pretty good, right? But maybe it's not exactly your perfect, authentic writing style. So here's what you're going to be able to do. You will still be able to adjust the sliders in the writing style. So, more emojis, more capitalization, more humor, etc. But we're adding special instructions, right? So you are able to soon describe your ideal communication style. So here's an example, okay? Maybe your authentic tone, maybe you want to sound like Oprah. Sure, why not? That's not for everyone, but for some people, that is the tone that feels most authentic to them. That's how they want to portray themselves on social media in their writing style. So some people out there may say, yeah, that sounds pretty great. I want to sound like Oprah. Okay. So you click generate. Then the AI will provide you with descriptors of that style. Empathetic, inspirational, conversational, thought-provoking, empowering, to describe that tone or that style that's so characteristic of Oprah. Okay, you can add to it, you can delete it, you can add whatever adjectives you want until it is truly how you want to come across on social media. Okay. And then when we go back to that original post, just to remind you, the key to achieving your goals is to never give up. Every success story starts with a dream and the courage to pursue it. But now with that new refined, fine-tuned writing style, it would sound more like this. The key to realizing your dreams and goals lies in never surrendering. Remember, every extraordinary success story begins with a heartfelt dream and the drive and determination to chase after it. Hashtag dream big. Hashtag never give up. right? More inspirational, more empowering, more heartfelt, right? Exactly like Oprah herself might write a post like this. So that ability to make those very subtle changes to your writing style to make it perfectly authentic to you, that's also something that we're working on, actually close to completing. Awesome. Let's move on. Oh, my AI will work in any language. Today, we have it working in, I think, 20 or 25 different languages, but we are getting requests for dozens and dozens more languages. So in January, it will, for example, also work in Armenian and Icelandic and Korean and Portuguese, Vietnamese, even Yiddish, and about 110 or 120 more languages. Every major language will be enabled on my AI in the month of January. So if you've got teammates, or if you yourself are, your language is not currently in that list, it definitely will be next month. Next, improve my social posts. Okay, I love this one too. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but very soon you will be able to pick your favorite. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Improve my social posts. Imagine you have an idea for a post, okay, but it's not a very refined idea, and you just kind of jotted some notes down. All right, here's an example. Complete boredom this weekend. Did absolutely nothing worth mentioning. Just one of those days where you stare at the wall, wondering if anyone else's life is as dull as mine sometimes. Like, I think we can all agree that is a terrible post. Here's what we're going to help you do. We're going to help you improve your posts. So if you write something and you're not super happy with it, you're just going to be able to click an optimize button, and we are building a AI trained social media expert engine. Okay, you're going to click optimize, and first of all, it's the social media expert is going to give you a score. This one's pretty low, of course. It's going to suggest areas for improvement, sort of like the compliance engine, but this one is geared at social media engagement. Okay, how to make this post better. For example, tonality. This post conveys a sense of boredom and negativity that could be off-putting to your audience. Message clarity. While it's clear you had a dull weekend, the message may not resonate well with your audience. Engagement. The current post does not encourage positive interaction. Actionability. There's no clear call to action for your readers to engage with, right? So obvious problems with this post. And of course, it will suggest a better, more engaging, more positive version of that. And it will even pick a fantastic image. So instead of that dull post that's going to be a total flop, now we have found myself with a rare quiet weekend at home, a real change of pace, decided to embrace the calm and recharge. I'm curious, how do you make the most of those slow days? Anyone discover a new book or start a new home project? Let's share some stay-at-home inspiration. Hashtag lazy weekend, hashtag homebody life, weekend vibes, self-care, with a fantastic image to go along with it. And hey, not only can you use this with your own posts, but let's say you're with a company and the company that you're with gives you, 10 like head office approved social media posts for you. They may not sound like you. They may come across a little dry. They may not have that, your particular personality. What you'll be able to do is take those corporate posts, enter them into this tool, and optimize them to make them more engaging, written in your unique tone and style. Basically just improve the post that head office is giving you without making them non-compliant and without losing kind of the core messaging of those posts. So that's also another amazing feature we're working on. This one I know is going to be a big hit too. Being able to save your social posts. So let's say you come up with a fantastic post. but you don't want to post it just yet. Or maybe, let's say you've got an hour on a Sunday afternoon and you want to create a whole week or a whole month worth of posts because you've got some time to do it. Well, very soon you will be able to click that save button and save your draft posts for later. We are also going to build notifications to remind you when it's time to post those drafts that you have. We're going to make these posts searchable. So if there's a post that you liked that from 2 months ago and you want to find it, you're going to have access to that. And soon after, not this isn't going to happen in January, but soon you're actually going to have your AI become your social media campaign manager. And it's going to build 30 days worth of posts automatically for you. So that's coming soon. But we're going to start with being able to save posts in January. Finally, and this is the last one. So I think that's 7. Okay. Finally, we are dramatically enhancing the CRM to make it way more useful, way more functional, way more flexible. Okay. So you can get the most out of your contacts and your opportunities. Things that we're doing, improve follow-ups, being able to automatically set follow-ups with reminders. We also have a concept, thanks to our friends at Contact Mapping. We acquired that company back in June. A concept that they pioneered called rotations of remember. So custom follow-up schedules for different prospects, for different customers, so that you never lose touch with all those important people. Advanced search inside the contact section, being able to search by age, being able to search by location, being able to build custom lists. That's coming soon as well, and special dates. So beyond birthdays, maybe anniversaries, maybe work anniversaries, whatever dates are important to your prospects that you want to be reminded of, you're going to be able to do that too. And that, everyone, is what we have planned, not for all of 2024, but for the next 4 or 5 weeks or so. It's pretty amazing. I want to send it back to Cheryl because now is the time for you to have your say.
That was
Cheryl.
awesome. Thank you so much, Justin. It is, we call it like locking in your votes and having your say. We're gonna do a vote quickly on what your favorite feature is. So what do you want to see? So I have some choices. One-click compliance, which is basically, right, you kind of saw it earlier with Justin, you can have your post, make sure that it's optimized for compliance. We also have the star system on mobile, so you're just one click away from Surprise Me on your mobile phone. We also have the choice of rewriting and optimizing your own social post, or even one that maybe corporate gave to you, as well as creating and saving posts for future use and improvements to the CRM. So I'm going to throw up a quick poll here. You get to vote, and we want to see what you all share. So lock in your votes. Which upcoming Nowsite feature are you most looking forward to? Wow. Very fast on the upcoming feature. Really exciting. Very passionate about your votes too. I not only see you voting, but I see you putting it in the chat. Like, hey, vote with me. I love it. I know, I wish you could choose all of the above, but we want just one. You have to choose just one. Make sure that you're locking it. Oh, it is so close. I know you can't see what I can see, but it is so close. And we'll make sure we share those results for neck and neck. So close with a few, right? Did you vote? Once you vote, drop me a voted here in the chat. Like our founder and CEO, like Justin was saying, this is just January. This isn't the year. This is just January, which is really exciting. Lots of you have voted. Well, rewriting and optimizing my social post. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Close, very close. Lock in those last votes. I want to see them. We're going to do it in like 30 seconds, maybe. We're going to end this poll, okay? I still see people in the comments saying, hey, this is what I voted for. Vote too. Right on, Leanne. All right. Very last seconds. Come on. Justin, should we call it? What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty good. We got about 70% participation.
Very close.
Probably 30% of people are driving or something. So stay focused.
Right on. Okay. I'm going to click to end the poll here, and I'm going to share the results, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Check it out. So, hey, did you choose the one that you thought everyone else was going to choose? Which one did you choose? Yeah? Oh, look, I see some comments here. Right? I didn't know that rewriting and optimizing my social posts would be so close to creating and saving social posts. Did you, Justin?
You know, I did. I thought the writing style, the rewriting, the optimizing the social post, I thought that was gonna take it by far, to be honest. I am frankly surprised by the extremely strong showing by saving social posts. So thank you. That is very helpful.
Great feedback. Thank you guys so much, and great job. Thank you so much for your participation and how much passion you have for the option that you chose. That was my favorite part. It didn't matter what option. You saw some passionate options here, which was fantastic. Look, we have still that big major feature that's coming out that still needs to be talked about, and it is huge and exciting. So look, what I want to do is hand it back on over to Eric and Justin. They're going to talk about this new feature and what's coming next. Thanks, guys.
Well, you're going to have to, Justin, you're going to have to explain it. I'm just excited about the idea of it. So why don't you go ahead?
Look, yes, thank you. So Eric AI, this is something that we've been working towards in stages for 6 months, 7 months, maybe more. So what we've done so far is overcome some pretty significant limitations with ChatGPT. We've built our own infinitely large long-term memory. ChatGPT doesn't have an infinitely large long-term memory. It's a incredible engine, but it just doesn't remember that much information. So we built that, we deployed that in the Help Me Reply feature. We deployed it in our support engine, but we've been kind of building towards doing something truly jaw-dropping amazing. And that's what this Eric AI project or feature, I don't even know what to call it. It is so, I mean, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. I've never heard of anything like this. It is the most ambitious thing we've ever done from a technical standpoint. And for you out there, it is going to be so helpful, and it's going to be, I think, the most magical piece of technology you've ever used. Now that's a big claim, right? Okay, so better back it up. We're going to be talking a lot more about this, but I just want to give you a bit of a sense of what this thing is. We are, as Eric said, we are training it on pretty much everything that Eric's ever said out loud or in print. So books and videos and, you know, GoPro over the years and private training sessions that he's done. So we're giving it its, you know, Eric's unique tone and style and personality. And the first thing that, you know, you're going to intuitively understand is that you will be able to chat with it and ask it anything. I'm having a problem with my team, or I'm having an issue with this prospect. What should I say? So any challenge, any question that you have, you're going to be able to ask Eric AI inside the Nowsite platform. But that really is just the beginning of how mind-blowing this is. You know, I think, you know, the thing that I'm maybe most excited, well, no, the thing I'm second most excited about, okay? I see every day. I mean, you know, Eric, you said you did 500 posts in the last, or 500, you know, posts in the last 30 days, something like that, 28 days. But there are all of these ideas and concepts and pearls of wisdom and questions, provocative questions, engaging, you know, ideas that he shares in video form, or in text form, or on Instagram or on Facebook. And, you know, my interaction with them is, I like them. Maybe I comment, but, you know, man, I would love to be able to actually have a conversation about that idea with Eric. So when he asks you on Instagram, hey, you know, everyone, what's your plan for 2024? Have you set your goals for 2024 yet? Right now, I'm limited to commenting yes, no, or not yet. But what you're gonna be able to do with Eric AI is, when he asks that question, have you set your goals for 2024 yet? You're going to be able to say, well, no, I haven't. And he's going to reply back and say, well, would you like some help? So what this is doing, what this is going to do, it's going to allow all of us to actually engage with all of these, you know, daily, you know, pearls of wisdom and ideas and concepts and questions that he's asking, and turn those, you know, those posts into deep, meaningful conversations where I can really kind of talk to Eric about my 2024 goals, and go back and forth until I have a resolution, until I've figured out that, you know, the answer to this question that he posed. So that's remarkable, right? It is in a way a new way of even thinking about you know, engagement in social media and learning. And it breaks all the rules of what we're kind of used to. But now, what if I told you that it wasn't just a written discussion? What if, because look, the technology is moving so quickly, what if it was a voice conversation that we could have? What if we could speak? My voice, Eric's voice, conversation. But what if it was more than that? What if it was a live video conversation that we could have? And what if that could happen 24 hours a day? And what if Eric spoke 120 different languages? I mean, it's I can't even put into words how impactful and unbelievably helpful that could be. And this sounds like science fiction. I get it. But it is not impossible that we won't be able to release an Eric AI trained on everything he's ever said, with, you know, but and for you to be able to interact with it with voice, with video, in the next 30 or 40 days. That's how quickly the technology is moving. And that's how, I mean, that's how, you know, and this is why I'm so excited. I'm almost speechless when I, you know, when I talk about it. It is, it's incredibly ambitious. It's almost magical. I've never seen a tool like you know, a project like this executed, and we are going to be the first people in the world to bring this to life. So stay tuned. It's going to be incredible. So anyway, thank you. That's enough for me.
Yeah, I'll just jump in. The team's working to load it as much as possible, but it helps me. It makes me happy because my biggest constraint myself personally is time. But I want you to think about this for a tool of how to help network marketers around the world in every language. How I can and how this technology can. But then I want you to think about also, there's many, many great leaders that are on this Zoom right now doing the same thing in your company, doing the same thing for your people, building the same thing to be able to reach your communities and have them have access to you in real time. And you know, it's weird. It's almost like a better version of you, because if you've been doing this a long time, there's stuff that you forgot that was really good. And this won't forget. It'll take those pieces and remember them and pass them on. You know, we get stuck in our little, DJ of, I don't know, like a jukebox. You know, somebody asks a point or asks a question and you respond with how you answer now. But if you answered a little bit differently 5 years ago, and there's one little story or there's one little thing that you threw in there that you forgot about, that'll bring value to that as well. So this is like Black Mirror shit. It's pretty wild what it's going to do, but I think as all tools, they can be used for good and they can be used for bad. We're just going to put guardrails around and make sure it's used for good. And inside of this platform, especially, but it is an indicator of what's to come. Takes a bit of work. You know, our team's working to load all of this data, all this information, all this knowledge. But what's exciting to me, just on a small side note, when I'm gone, you know, I mean, you know how much I'd like to have a Jim Rohn to chat with. I was watching Jim Rohn last night on an old video from 1992, when I was 28. And it'd be pretty cool to have a conversation with Mr. Rohn about, you know, what's going on, what I'm working on, what's happening. And you could kind of do that. I mean, it's within our reach. Or Jesse Lee Ward, imagine that, creating that with all of the content that we have around that. So, or any of you, think about how this frees you up to do more duplication, frees you up to be more productive with income producing activity, frees you up to not have to answer silly questions 8 million trillion times. It'll just free you up to be able to have more reach. So I'm excited about this. You know, I can't wait to see it functioning. You know, and you know what always makes me feel sad is I have a huge audience in Germany. I have a huge audience in Asia. I have a huge audience in Brazil and in South America. And I don't speak those languages. And if I do anything, it's either going to be somebody subtitling, or it's going to, or they're just not going to be able to have access, or somebody else will take the information, try and repeat it. I'd love to be able to connect with people in those languages, and build a connection that way, and support people around the world a little bit more effectively. So I'm excited about all that. So yeah, Justin, well done. What is the timing on this? As far as do we have a timing or no?
As with all things with Nowsite, the goal is as soon as possible. I think realistically, we're looking. I'm still saying next month. I'm still saying January for a first version of this. Yeah. And people are also asking in the chat, is there going to be any charge
for this? Are we going to put it into some bundle, or what are we thinking?
The plan is to include it. And we have to see how we package it and what usage is going to look like. Yeah, I mean, the question is, are people going to want to talk to you 6 hours a day? We don't know. But for sure, everyone here will have incredible level of access to this. We're not going to charge anything extra to anybody who's enrolled with us now.
One of the things that, before I go back to Cheryl, and you're probably going to mention this, is we're going to do a big social media summit towards the end of January. We'll get dates put out and to talk about everything social media with all the experts in the world. We'll have some announcements about this then as well. But the Nowsite team agreed to kind of extend this trial period, so your friends that should be on this can get in and try it out and do it with you, learn with you. I would highly recommend get every single person on your team to try this for 30 days at no charge. Come in, learn together, grow together. That's not going to go forever, but to kick off the year, I think it'd be really smart to push your teams to just go get a membership, get themselves signed up as quick as possible. So back to Cheryl or whoever.
All right. Thank you so much. That was absolutely incredible. Look, I just want to remind everybody of what Eric even said in the beginning. And this was so important to me.
Hold on. Before you do that, let me be clear. The people who signed up, like at GoPro, for example, that those people have 30 days and then that of trial, and then that turns into a regular membership. Somebody new signs up today, so that'll be like next week or something. And to me, you decide what you want to do and what you can afford to do, all that stuff. But if it's me, get the biggest package you can get and do as much as you can do. If you don't have a team, you probably don't need the top, but it wouldn't hurt to go figure all that stuff out. So that's one, is if you started 30 days ago, it ends after 30 days, goes into paid. But if a new person signs up today, they will have 30 days from today. Okay. So everybody that's had 30 days for the last 30 days, you're not going to get another 30 days. Your payment's going to start. Okay. Fair is fair. They can't do it for free for forever. But if you have people on your team, bring them in, let them do what they need to do, and try out the program. The other thing is there's scammers out there, man. There's scammers everywhere trying to scam you from your money. And they're coming up with similar links. They're coming up with, our link was nmpro.ai.
Correct.
nmpro.ai. nmpro.ai. And there are people out there that are doing like nmproai.com, and it goes to a complete scam site that's trying to steal people's money. If it's not nmpro.ai, make sure it is. nmpro, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, pro.ai. That's it. Okay. Go there, get yourself signed up, or have your team get signed up. You guys are already signed up. Have your team get signed up, and just be careful and warn everybody else. We had somebody come up with a link that was just a little bit off of what I just showed you, nmpro.ai. And Paula says that doesn't work. I think it works. nmpro.ai. But there are people out there that'll do everything they can to make it look almost the same. And they'll, like somebody used some other link that was similar, but not the same. And their card got charged 6 times and all kinds of crazy stuff. So there are crazy, sophisticated scammers out there. I did a $150,000 giveaway, 50 memberships of the Breakthrough Boot Camp, the 21-week boot camp that starts January 8th for Christmas. And within an hour, there are people, scammers posting as me with pictures of me inside the comments saying, congratulations, you're a winner. Go to this link and follow these instructions. And, you know, they're just trying to steal people's money. So they're getting sophisticated. We got to be smart about it. So, yeah, for Christmas, I mean, come on. It's so nasty. So anyway, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful when it comes to that. Stay clear. The discounted price stays the same for now, at least, right? So nmpro.ai, and there, I don't think there's a code or anything. It just goes to a checkout that turns into a $0. You pick your plan and it'll go to a checkout that says $0. All right, so back to you guys.
Thank you so much, for sure. Look, I did want to share with you at the beginning, we learned quantity. You don't have to be an expert and start before you're ready. You can do this. If you're having success with Nowsite already, drop me a 1 in the comment. If you are already having success with Nowsite, drop me a 1. For those of you who haven't gotten started yet, that's your sign. That's your 1. That's the one that says, yes, you can do it. People are already doing it and they are getting started, and you can too. Look, we're having a social media summit coming up. That's exciting. We'll have more news on the social media summit. I do want to say thank you to every single person that's here. I'm super proud of you all for getting on and hanging out with us and learning more about how you can kick off your new year. And also, huge thanks to Mr. Eric Worre, of course, our founder and CEO, Justin Belobaba, and all of the people who shared their testimonials live, from Ryan DePaul to Karen Griffin to Emma Smedley and Chance and Andrea Hill. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Have a great day. Have a great rest